Chair of... all right, thank you, Carla. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lauris Acosta, Chair of the Education, Youth, and Libraries Committee at Bronx Community Board 7. This is Bronx Community Board 7's Education, Youth, and Library Committee. The committee agenda is as follows. The agenda that was sent out was actually, we have an amended agenda, so that wasn't entirely accurate, but we do have the Norwood Community Library should be presenting today, as well as Literacy Inc. I believe I saw Gladys here, and the Williamsbridge Oval Recreation Center. Okay. On January 30th, Mayor Adams issued Executive Order 315, extending the state of emergency through February 19th, 2023. Accordingly, boards are able to continue to act under the state of emergency section of the Video Conferencing Law, Chapter 56 of Laws of 2022, Part WW. This allows the board to continue remotely. Minutes and video recording will be made available on our website. If you are calling into the meeting on the conference, controls while joining from the landline or cell, call by dialing up number. Sorry, that was a little confusing the way I read it, but to hear all available commands, enter ** on your phone, *6 to mute or unmute yourself, and *9 to virtually raise your hand. How we will run this meeting is as follows. The code of conduct for meetings is as follows. Penalties and actions. Bronx Community Board 7 has the right to remove and or ask a member of the public to leave a meeting or block participation of anyone who engages in inappropriate conduct, including but not limited to obscene or offensive images or language, personal attacks, threats, or any other behavior that reasonably impedes the orderly administration of the meeting. Repeated offenses will be reviewed by the board's executive committee or any other assigned committee. For a ban of the participation, the amount of time to be objectively determined by the above mentioned committee. If in-person outbursts or attacks continue, this will be considered disturbing the peace and the authorities shall be summoned. Everyone besides the speaker/presenter will stay muted throughout the meeting. After each presentation is over, I will inquire if committee members have questions. Committee members will signify that they have a question by pressing the raised hand button on your screen or request to speak through the chat when the chair opens up the floor. Members of the public who have joined through the online link will be able to ask questions and make a brief statement on the item after each presentation, after the committee has had the opportunity to ask clarifying questions. By pressing the raise hand button on your screen or request to speak through the chat or when the chair opens the floor. Only those recognized by the chair of the committee will be allowed to speak during the allotted time. We will stay on topic with the agenda items. Any other items will be acknowledged by the chair in new business or addressed at the meeting, granted there is time and the committee agrees on the topic. Following the questions, discussion, and public comment portion, the committee will begin their discussions after each presentation/agenda item and will conclude with the decision to vote on a recommendation. When the agenda is finished, the meeting will be adjourned. If there are any questions related to the meeting software or our process, please use the chat function or raise hand function now, or contact the Deputy District Manager. Okay, so next I will make a brief introduction. Thank you everyone for joining. Let's just get started. Let me take attendance real quick, sharing my screen. Okay. I am sharing my screen. Lauris Acosta present. Janelle Robinson. Nora Fury. Yenny Medina.
Present.
Thank you, Yenny. Adeline Walker Santiago.
Present.
Present. And Tasha Andrews.
Tasha Andrews present.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Oops. And I cannot figure out this screen situation. Can everybody see my screen? Oh, yes, you can. All right. I'm having technical difficulties. But to begin, is someone from the Norwood Community Library present? Okay. Williamsbridge Oval Recreation Center?
Yes, present.
Hello, Shagari. Go ahead. You have the floor, okay?
Okay, thank you. I'm Shigari Lynn with Williamsbridge Oval Recreation Center. And I just wanted to inform you guys about an event that we're having from February 20th to the 24th. It's a multi-day event. It's a Winter Olympic themed event where multiple, events will be happening throughout the days. We'll start off with an opening ceremony, then go on to making torches and different things of that nature on the first day. And throughout the week, we'll have different things like hockey, downhill sledding, downhill sledding, slow ball throwing, curling, and different things of that nature. And one of the other days, we'll also have a trivia day, family feud, and also passwords, so where we'll be playing different games in that regard. And also on the last day, we'll be playing a movie, a Winter Olympic themed movie. So while the kids are, have that week off from the 20th to the 24th, they're more than welcome to come. It's from 12 to 3, and it'll be at the Williamsbridge Oval Recreation Center.
Awesome. Thank you, Shagari. So these winter sports, how are they made possible? Like, did you guys get a donation of the tools needed? How is this possible?
Well, luckily we had a lot of the stuff that we needed already, such as the hockey equipment and also the curling. We got it from our other centers. They were able to send it or transport it over for us to be able to have the event.
Awesome. And just out of curiosity, where else have you guys been promoting this? I think this is amazing programming.
We've been promoting it throughout the neighborhood, especially throughout the cleaners and the local businesses. So they've been very helpful in allowing me to go and hang my flyers up and different things of that nature. So they've been very helpful, which I appreciate.
That's awesome. I see Sarah just joined us. I mean, I'm not sure if this is our Sarah, your Sarah. But does anyone from the committee have any questions for Shagari and the Williamsbridge Oval Rec Center? Does anyone from the public have any questions? Okay, well, Shagari, thank you for joining. If you have any flyers or anything that relates to the winter programming, please share with us, and we'll make sure it goes out on our newsletter. And I second what AJ says, more skate events, please.
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought you meant ice skating, but hey, both go.
Ice skating and roller skating. We're making it a habit to create more of those events, especially with the large turnouts we've been having and the large requests for them. So
awesome. Well, looking forward to that.
All right, and thank you for allowing me to present today.
Yeah, and you guys are welcome anytime.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
All right. So next, Gladys Gomez, I see you are here. Hello, Literacy Inc.
Hi. Good evening, Community Board 7. Always great to be in community with you guys. Unfortunately, my computer is updating. It's very tired. We're very busy in the Bronx, which is a great problem to have for our organization. For those of you that don't know us, we're Literacy Inc. We're an early childhood literacy organization. We are go ahead and promote early childhood literacy in the Fordham and Kingsbridge area. We go ahead and have virtual programming as well as in-person programs. Right now, though, because of the weather, we are doing more virtual. Not only do we offer reading programs, but we also offer parent workshops. Tomorrow afternoon, if you guys want to see what our programs are like, we're having a program at 4 p.m. on Zoom. And the following Tuesday, the 14th. We're going to go ahead and spread some love by having a parent workshop. This one is called Print Concepts, where we go ahead and let parents know how they can incorporate not only literature, but printing in their home with resources that they find in their house. So all of our programming is completely free. All you have to do is register. You can go online to link, that's lincnyc.org, to find not only these programs, but also other programs that are offered throughout the other 6 neighborhoods that we service in New York City. That is it for me. Just one plea. There's a lot of males on this call tonight. If you are a male that has a young child in their life, whether you're a dad, a grandparent, an uncle, a cousin, and you want to get involved, please come to our program, see what we're about, and we can definitely go ahead and help you with volunteer opportunities so that you can go ahead and not only cultivate a love for literature in your family, but also in your neighborhood. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gladys. Does anyone from the committee have any questions for Gladys? I feel like we're becoming Literacy Inc. professionals, so we're starting to, have less questions for you. But does anyone from the public have any questions for Literacy Inc.? Okay, well, you know where to find them. Gladys, if you want to share your info in the chat again, or just for anyone who might be new, please go ahead and keep it up.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we hope to see you soon. We are having our VIP Academy, which is our very involved person, is what we're changing it to, Academy. It's a opportunity where you go ahead and learn. It's a course of 3 sessions where we go ahead and go in further depth on what it is to volunteer with Literacy Inc. and how you can go ahead and do that with us. You never have to do it alone. You always have someone helping you go ahead and spread and help out the community. So I'll go ahead and share that in the.
Awesome, thank you. And if you can stick around, we also have the Norwood Community Library. So Brandon, you have the floor. Go ahead. Thank you for joining us.
Hey everyone. I guess thank you for having me as well. Sorry for the mix-up there, but I'm glad to see everyone. If you look behind me, that's the sign for one of the very first giveaways I did for the Norwood Community Library in the neighborhood. It was free copies of 1984. That was way back in 2018. So for over 4 years now, almost going on five in August, been giving out free books in the neighborhood of Norwood, specifically at 169 East Gun Hill Road, which is right in front of Anthony's Famous Deli. But I always announce when I table on the Instagram. I have a website coming soon for Norwood Community Library, but for now, the best way to reach out is at Norwood Community Library on Instagram and at Norwood BX Books on Twitter. If you guys ever want to participate, basically this is free books for all. In the Bronx, we have our struggles and setbacks with literacy. And also, for the longest time, we didn't even have a single independent bookstore. And during the pandemic, libraries were closed as well. So through the power of mutual aid, I was able to give out free books in the neighborhood for going on almost 5 years now. So like thousands of books have found new homes over this time for, residents of Norwood, but also anyone just passing by. I've done events here and there in other parts of the Bronx and New York City. And I will continue on. It's something I love, and it's something very positive for the Bronx. I also, thanks to the Dow Twins who donated a little blue house to me, and I guess MPC who hosts, I'm able to put books in a house at 3400 Reservoir over Oval East, because I can't table all the time, but I loaded it up today with this meeting in mind. And I probably load up the house at least once a week. So if I'm not able to table, I at least try to fill up the house once a week. And these are all books donated by other community members here in the Bronx. And I also do book clubs if anyone's interested. We have one for I believe it's March 4th, for The Revolution Will Not Be Funded, about the nonprofit industrial complex. If anyone's interested, just shoot me a message on IG or this chat and give me your email, whatever email you're comfortable with, and I can send you the invite to attend this discussion virtually on Google Meet.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Brandon, thank you for joining us. We're very happy to.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up, or maybe that's my internet.
No,
Can you
I
hear me?
think that's Loris. If we can just give him a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
he'll try to rejoin. Hold on.
Okay, so like I was saying, it's just a pleasure
Oh,
to have a gem
Loris,
like.
we lost you there for a minute, maybe
did.
a minute and a half.
Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't tell, but what I was trying to say is that it's a gem. It's a pleasure to have a gem like the Norwood Community Library in our community. So I'm gonna open it up to the committee first if they have any questions. I see Tasha in the chat shared. Where is the free book giveaway? I'm not sure if she's referring to the little blue house, or others you may have.
Well, just to specifically mention, the Little Blue House is at 3400 Reservoir Oval East, and it's there. You can stop by there anytime. I probably load it up with books at least once a week, but anyone can take a book or leave a book. As far as when I table, it's been really cold, really cold. So if it's below 45, honestly, it's really rough for me. I always announce though in advance on Instagram when I will be tabling, and I probably give out somewhere between 60 to 100 books every time I table, and I do that once a week, always on the weekend. I have a day job, so I'm only available to do this on weekends. But if you follow me on either Twitter at Norwood BX Books or on Instagram at Norwood Community Library, I am I always post the hours when I'll be out, and I usually have a variety of books. I usually have children's books, novels, nonfiction, whatever people donate to me. And also want to highlight that I am collecting warm clothing for migrants and working with South Bronx Mutual Aid and also La Mirada on providing some of these items and with other community organizers for our new neighbors. A lot of these migrants that have been arriving to New York City. So if you have clean items like warm clothes for children, men's clothes as well, or also they were looking for like strollers or something like that, I'm very interested. And feel free to reach out to me on those social media platforms, or if you don't have that, you can write to me at norwoodcommunitylibrary@gmail.com. So as far as like when's the book giveaway, to follow me on IG for the next time I'll be out there. And if you guys would like, I could share my flyers with CB7 and you guys could post it there if that's easier as well.
Yeah, that'll be helpful. Does anyone else from the committee have any questions for Brandon? Okay, I'll open it up to the floor. Does anyone from the public have any questions for the Norwood Community Library? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Gladys.
Yeah, so just yeah, thank you. So the books that you go ahead and have for the community, are they only in English, or do you have in other languages as well?
Honestly, for the most part, English. It is very hard for me to get Spanish books. So I guess I also put the call out to anyone here who has books in Spanish to share, because that's something that people ask of me every week. And I'm sometimes able to provide that. Sometimes, for the most part, no. So it's predominantly books in English, but I'm always open to books in Spanish, especially, or other languages. But I would say books in Spanish is a big need of mine. But all the books I have are mostly in English. Yeah. Anything else, Gladys?
Yeah.
No, that was it. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, Michelle, I see you have a question. You go ahead.
Yes, it's just about the clothing drive. Part of my raspiness in my throat,
It's
but
all good.
so you will, as long as the clothing are clean, because I'm constantly go. I have a 10-year-old son and a 16-year-old, and I have tons of clothes that I like to go through and donate. Is that possible? I can do that as long. I mean, they're gently used and they're pretty much in good condition.
Yeah, as long as they're clean, I'll take them. Um, I'll tell you what. Shoot me an email at Norwood Community Library. Maybe we can arrange a meet. Um, because the need is great. And I've been helping some community organizers over in the South Bronx get these items to different migrants that are coming here without even shoes, even So the need is great for clothing, like you mentioned. So I can get that to someone who is working with that population.
Okay, thank you. Because, like I said, I have a lot of clothes here, and I'm constantly going through winter coats and stuff that my children
Yeah,
has
winter
grown
clothes.
out of. And
Yeah.
instead of me throwing them out, which I really don't prefer to do, because I know there's always another child out there could be in need, I would
Yeah.
rather just donate them. So thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, email me at Norwood Community Library at Gmail, and we can arrange a meetup. Are you in the area? I mean, obviously, if you're in CB7, but maybe we can meet like Marconi's or something. I don't know, somewhere local.
Well, yes, I live in the Bronx, so it's cool.
Okay, yeah. So just shoot me an email, and we'll work it out. I'm
Okay, thank you.
looking forward to
Thank
it.
you. I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Brandon, just out of curiosity, where are you finding, like, in terms of books in the community, is it like, do people are your most of your customers, so to speak, like younger? Like, what's the age range you're serving for the most part?
The age range I'm serving, I would say I'm serving anyone who is interested in reading. I get a lot of parents looking for books for their children. I get a lot of people who are just generally interested in reading, but I always have to make sure I have children's books whenever I table. And I want to thank the Bronx community, as well as the book fairies in Long Island, who have helped me provide a steady flow of children's books for almost 5 years now. And you guys can reach out to the book fairies as well, especially if you're a teacher. They have a book giveaway every month. It's all the way in Long Island though, but you can take tons of free books there. I usually will grab about 10 boxes every few weeks or so. And I'll say this: the demographic that is the hardest to crack, to get to read, is young men. I mean, well, not young men, well, I guess you would call them young men, young boys. I don't know what the right term is escaping me, but like basically guys from like, let's say, like 10 to sometimes the 20s or something like that. I try to present the books to get on that, ask about what they're interested in, because when I've had comics, that was a great door opener as well. But comics have been hard to get the last few weeks. But also, I like physical books, but any type of reading is cool. I saw someone comment digital reading, that's also amazing. As long as you're reading, the medium is up to you. But yeah, I would say I'm serving families. I'm serving plenty of adults, and plenty of kids as well. Books that that I have for free at the table when I table. Sorry if that was a little bit long-winded, but
No, it's good. The more info you provide, the better, and we would love to have you come back if possible, to share.
yeah, I'm down. just shoot me an email. I attended a meeting back when it was just the crate. I came to a CB7 meeting with Denise Ralph. She invited me. I'm not sure if she's still involved, but now it's a table and a little house, but also like I'm hoping for one day to have like a mutual aid mobile or something like that. But it's that's just like maybe one day. But for right now, my boots are on the ground, and I'm here to help the Bronx and anyone if people who want to get involved as well. I'm open to it. I'm also thinking about starting a zine because a lot of people wrote that they would be interested in contributing. So perhaps maybe people from CB7 could contribute something. I know I'm really interested in some of these migrants contributing as well because I want their voices to be heard as well because it's very real what they're going through, and we shouldn't. If I can help provide an outlet, I'm more than happy to. So a zine is coming soon, and also the website is coming soon. But these things are all in the works. But this has been a labor of love. I don't get paid for this, and I just want to reaffirm that I don't get paid for this, and I'm fine with that because I love this that much. But it was taking a risk to kind of put myself out there. But the response from the community has been great. I feel so much love back from helping out, and even did 2 food drives in the height of the pandemic, which was great. And I want to continue this. I don't see an end date. I don't,
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I see it's a good trajectory. So if there's any way we can support you over at the community board, let us know. And I guess this is just the beginning of a relationship between us and you guys, and just the community overall. So thanks again for joining us.
No problem.
Awesome. So that was the last item on our agenda. Is there anyone I may be missing? Oh, Melissa, you are
Hi.
from the New York Public Library. Go ahead.
Hi. Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm a last minute ad. I'm actually here representing the Bronx Library Center of the New York Public Library. Just to let you know, we are going through a staffing transition. So previously, Pamela Cora was the managing librarian, but she's no longer there. So I'm just stepping in right now as I recruit for that position. And I was attending the meetings during the pandemic on behalf of the Bronx Library Center as well. So right now, just to give everyone some updates, in the fall of 2021, we actually launched a new drop-in after school session, which we call NYPL After School. And right now they're at 31 locations, and the Bronx Library Center is a location in which children are invited to come in. They get to have free homework help, tutoring, career exploration services, along with STEAM programming and literacy-based activities. So right now we're running on a DOE schedule Monday through Thursday. So if the DOE is closed, then we don't have that service available that day, or if they're on a break, then we're also on a break for those services, but the library is open. And we are also expanding our programming for early literacy and school age programming, as well as teen programming. So if you have anyone that is looking for this type of support, especially tutoring, having a private tutor can be expensive. So we are offering those services, and we're inviting the children to come in as well.
Awesome. Melissa, I won recently, a couple months ago, I entered the Jerome Park Library, and I noticed that they had free books, like for children's books to just take home. Is that offered at the Bronx Library Center as well?
So we did have that. Actually, this summer, we were able collectively throughout the organization to give out 500,000 books throughout all New York Public Library branches. And most likely when you came by, if you have not stopped by your local branch in a while, we do have limited edition Spider-Man cards. So that was also a big push in which we were given thousands of graphic novels, and we were able to give that out to our young readers all the way up into our teens. So most likely the branches won't have those books. As soon as we put them out, we had kids that we had not seen in months and even in some years coming by to get their new library card and those graphic novels. But whenever we have a large campaign like that, it will definitely be shared with the community board to let you know. But that was our summer campaign.
Got it. All right. So that was a campaign, but it started like in June-ish.
It started in June, and we were able to have it up until like October or so.
Awesome. All right. Good to know.
So,
And
yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say in October, that's when we launched the Spider-Man cards. So we still have some. So again, if you have not been able to obtain your limited edition Spider-Man card, please feel free to go by your local branch.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just gonna say that I got mine.
Good.
Cool. And so we have it seems like we have a long way to go, but our community, we have so many like sporadic literacy resources. I would love to see, I'm pretty sure you guys have worked with Literacy Inc., but when we have like initiatives like the Norwood Community Library, I would love to, like, is there an opportunity for them to access resources or to collaborate or anything like that?
Sure. So we actually do collaborate with Literacy Inc. We have monthly programs with them, and I can put my email address in the chat. And once I have the new managing librarian, I can do an e-introduction. But for right now, you can email me. And we're always looking to collaborate, and we do participate in outreach events and large programs. So like for the Bronx Book Festival, we participate in that by Fordham Plaza. We also participate in events by Poe Park. So that's something we can definitely be in conversation with.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Melissa? Okay, Melissa, thank you for joining us, and good luck on the search. Pick someone that was as good as Pam. Okay, I believe that is everyone for today's meeting. If I'm missing anybody, please speak now. But that is all. I hope to see you guys at the general meeting, and then see you in March. I guess I say what is it?
Oh, do you have a hand up
Oh,
from Chad?
Chad, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm used to it, Lourdes.
Very
All
good.
right. So good evening, everyone. So I just want to bring something to everyone's attention. So I happen to be a parent of two kids, one who goes to school in the Bronx, another in another borough. And what I'm finding is that a lot of parents, as of late, have been having some complaints about the busing situation with the schools. So what happens is that when a school has buses that transports kids back and forth, bus companies bid for the contracts in order to transport the kids back and forth. One of the main challenges is how do the city of New York, how do the parents, how does the DOE hold the bus companies accountable when there are extremely late pickups, missed stops, incidences, whatever have you. And unfortunately, I had a situation where one of my kids endured in excess of 3 hours. I'm not going to go into the details, but if you want to speak on it privately, it's fine. But I just want to bring forth that it's something that we might want to put some eyes on, because there are many parents, especially those who English is their second language, they may not understand the route that they need to go when it comes to making those complaints, addressing the issues, who do they speak to, what is the expectation, what can bus companies do? What are they mandated to do and refrain from doing? And what number do you call? So this is something that I would like to, hopefully, if we're successful enough, we can bring some content over the next month or two on that matter in the hopes of drawing more parents to the committees and perhaps PAs as well.
Chad, thank you for bringing that up. I would say that I will exercise the options. Have you spoken to anyone from the DOE regarding this issue?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. What I've done, I've contacted OPT, got complaint numbers. I've spoken to the bus company, the school, et al. And we're actually in a situation where we are getting some kind of a change. I'm just worried that there are other kids who may not be able to seek those resolutions. But I also attended a panel of education policy board over the past few months. Now, many folks may not know what that is, the PEP. That's a board of about, I want to say 15 people. And they have hearings, they vote on matters, and it involves schools all over the city of New York. This might be something that would be of interest to folks when it comes to what the Board of Education is doing, what are some of the challenges, what moves are being made in your neighborhood. A lot of folks in the Bronx need to show their presence on those calls because that's when the changes can actually take place. That's the PEP, Panel for Education Policy. I always get that term mixed up.
Yeah, and I believe the chancellor also has a seat on that committee, right?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I believe those meetings are the fourth Wednesday of the month. I don't remember, but if you Google the term, you'll see a bunch of dates. You could get access to archive minutes, and you can get the dates and the agenda on the topics.
Gotcha. And Chad, just so I'm understanding, there's no real accountability on these bus issues, right? You're saying?
Yes and no. The laws are passed, but the way the contracts are made, there are a lot of gray areas. So it's an opportunity. Let's just put it this way: it's an opportunity for improvement. I think that's the best way that I could say it.
Gotcha. Thank you for bringing that up.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna share this link just so people can learn more about the PEP. Shout outs to Gladys. But that is the conclusion of today's meeting. I will motion to adjourn.
Tasha.
Thank you. That is all. Chad, we will continue these talks, but thank you, like I said, thank you for bringing it up. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening.